You've done the therapy, you've read the books, you know your triggers, named your parts, you understand your nervous system responses, and you've got some skills. Things really do feel a lot better than they were, and yet something still feels off. Something is still not translating into your real life. If that's you, I want you to stay with me because what I'm about to share might be the piece nobody has handed you yet. Welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome. This channel is for people who are doing the deep work of healing from complex PTSD and who are tired of being handed oversimplified answers. Today, we're talking about integration, one of the most important and most overlooked stages of the CPTSD recovery. And I'm going to be honest with you, most mainstream mental health content skips right over this, so let's change that. When people talk about trauma recovery, they usually focus on two things: processing the past and managing the symptoms. Those are definitely important things. But there's a third piece that gets treated like a footnote, and it's actually foundational. So, integration is the process of weaving your healing into how you live, your relationships, your routines, your sense of self, your relationship with your own body and emotions. It's the difference between knowing that you deserve rest and actually being able to rest without feeling guilty. It's a difference between understanding your attachment wounds and being able to show up in relationship without either shutting down or falling apart. Integration's where the insight that you've worked so hard for becomes a lived experience, where you can be present in your body and also comfortable in it with other people around. And for people with CPTSD, especially those who grew up in homes that were chaotic, neglectful, abusive, or emotionally unsafe, this stage is extraordinarily hard because we're not just healing from what happened to us, we're also trying to build something that we never had a blueprint for. Here's something that doesn't get said enough: you cannot integrate what you never witnessed. When children grow up in healthy environments, they absorb without even thinking about it what a regulated nervous system looks like. They watch adults set boundaries without cruelty. They see conflict resolved without someone getting destroyed. They experience rupture and repair in relationships. They learn that emotions are survivable because the adults around them model that every day. It's called social modeling, and it is one of the primary ways that humans learn how to be human. But if you grew up in a home where adults were dysregulated, unpredictable, emotionally absent, or actively harmful, you didn't get that modeling. You got the opposite. You learned that emotions are dangerous, that conflict means someone gets hurt, that love comes with conditions, that you have to earn your right to exist in a room. And then you grow up, you go to therapy, you do the work, but somewhere in your recovery, you hit a wall because you're trying to build a life that you have no internal map for. It's not a character flaw. This is a gap in your modeling, and it's one of the most painful, least talked about realities of growing up in trauma. Integration cannot happen without emotional safety. And emotional safety is not the same as the absence of danger. Emotional safety means your nervous system genuinely believes it's okay to come out of survival mode. It means that you can tolerate positive experiences without waiting for them to be taken away. It means you can be seen, really seen, by another person and not immediately brace for rejection or punishment. For so many CPTSD survivors, emotional safety is not something they ever truly experienced. And so, when healing starts to open up space in you, when therapy starts to work, it can feel terrifying rather than relieving because expansion feels unfamiliar and calm feels like a trap. This is why integration work requires going slowly and with great compassion. It's not about pushing yourself to get better faster. That's actually something that hurts. It's about gently, repeatedly showing your nervous system that it is safe to be well. This might look like finding one relationship, a therapist, a trusted friend, a community where you feel genuinely heard without having to perform or shrink. It might look like letting yourself enjoy something small without immediately catastrophizing. It might look like noticing when you feel okay and pausing there instead of scanning for threat. Safety is built in small, repeated moments, not grand revelations. So, what does integration actually look like in your day to day life? It looks like being able to feel a feeling without it hijacking your entire day, not suppressing it, not drowning in it, but actually moving through it. It looks like making a decision based on what you want, not just what will keep you the safest or make others feel comfortable. It looks like having a conflict with someone and not immediately assuming the relationship's over. It looks like rest that actually feels like rest, pleasure that doesn't come with guilt chasing it, relationships that feel nourishing rather than exhausting. For those of us who didn't grow up with healthy models for any of this, these things don't come automatically. They have to be actively, intentionally built, often with support, and always with patience. This is why exposure to new models matters so much during this stage. Healthy relationships, trauma informed communities, even books, podcasts, or content that show you what values aligned living actually looks and sounds like. You are literally rewiring old patterns by taking on new ones. So if you made it this far, I want you to hear something directly. The reason integration feels so hard for you is not because you're broken or beyond help. It's because you are trying to build something from scratch, a new way of living and being that was never demonstrated to you, in a world that often doesn't slow down long enough to acknowledge how profound that challenge really is. So you're not behind, you're not failing, you're doing something that takes immense courage, learning how to live a life that actually belongs to you, and you deserve support in that. If you'd like an opportunity to have a lived experience of integration, join me on my Hocking Hills retreat this August. That's what we're doing. We're spending our days in the sacred Hocking Hills, living a healthy lifestyle in company, so you know what it's like because you've done it. When you leave, you will go with a plan for how to continue that in your day to day life. The link's in the show notes. If this video resonated with you, leave a comment below. Tell me what integration means to you or where you feel most stuck. I read every single one and I love suggestions for new videos, so let me know. And subscribe if you want more content like this, and share this with someone who needs to feel less alone in their healing. See you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.